You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, we got a couple of things involving the CBA, both from Unrivaled co-founders Breanna Stewart and Napheesa Collier. Again, VPs in the WNBA Players Association, the union, the co-founders of a competitors league, is got active roles in the WNBA CBA negotiations. And they're both just pretty much coming out and saying they're done with Cathy Engelbert. You got Breanna Stewart coming right out and being like, yeah, we'd like to see Adam Silver get involved here. Well, that's like a vote of no confidence. And we already heard how Napheesa Collier felt about this. By the way, she makes new comments about this, which we'll get to in a minute. New York Times, this just came out. New York Liberty star Breanna Stewart didn't mince words when discussing the WNBA ongoing labor negotiations, leadership dynamics, and growing tension between the players and the league. Stewart, a vice president of the Women's National Basketball Players Association, said she would welcome NBA Commissioner Adam Silver stepping directly into WNBA collective bargaining talks, signaling frustration with the current lack of progress. Guys, how far are we? We're 3 weeks away from this deadline being up. Quote, what we're doing right now isn't really getting us anywhere. They're not making any progress. So if this means that Adam and Mark Tatum need to come to the table, we'd be more than happy to have that. Stewart said during a news conference Wednesday ahead of the second season of Unrivaled, the 3x3 league she co-founded. So I guess she made these comments at an Unrivaled news conference? Man, okay. Silver, speaking Tuesday night ahead of the NBA Cup final in Vegas, said he has been closely monitoring the talks and said he and Tatum are open to participating directly. While WNBA Commissioner Cathy Engelbert has been a constant at the negotiating table, Engelbert reports up to Silver at the league office and remains a key player in the discussions. Quote, we're integrated at the league office. I talk to the people who are at the negotiating table on a daily basis, and as I've said before, we, the NBA, WNBA collective, acknowledge that players deserve to be paid significantly more than they have so far. It's just a question of finding a meeting of the minds in terms of a fair deal. It's going to require compromise on both sides. Stewart said, quote, more often than not, we're the ones that are willing to compromise, and they aren't budging. We know that's not true. We know that's not true. All right? We can think of at least a couple of times I've had to do videos because the WNBA has come back to the table with a new offer. I know twice they've adjusted the revenue sharing in the deal. They went from $850,000 max up to a $1 million max, plus bonuses, yada, yada, yada. So that actually isn't accurate. Napheesa Collier, people are seeing that changes need to be made. It sounds to me like they want Engelbert out of this. Napheesa Collier said that while, quote, nothing has changed at the league level, she remains convinced the WNBA and Players Union continue to work through ongoing CBA negotiations. Quote, we're confident in the Players Association and where we are internally with our players in the future. Collier said in a news conference for Unrivaled. Wow. Quote, the conversation has been had now People are seeing that changes need to be made. It's coming from so many different directions. So many people feel this way. We're just excited for the future. During her exit interview, Collier read in a statement that the commissioner, Kathy Engelbert, called her negligent in her governance of the league. And it goes on to talk about all the players that got behind her in that statement. Quote, I definitely wasn't expecting it to blow up like it did. Well, you mentioned Caitlin Clark, so you knew it was going to blow up. Let's not get confused. I knew people in our community would see it, but I didn't know it was going to gain so much traction. Both sides agreed to an extension of the current CBA through January 9, 2026. Quote, I don't think there's fatigue. Obviously, there's frustration in that both sides are trying to get what they want, but we still have that fire within us that we're willing to do what it takes. We're going to do whatever it takes to get what we think we deserve. She said she feels the players are in lockstep. Are they? Because we know that Caitlin Clark just made a lengthy comment at the USA basketball camp the other day where she made it clear they need to compromise because fans want to see them play basketball. Caitlin Clark is literally the only player that has used the word compromise, which is how these deals get done. They're going to look, the players union and the players are going to have to agree to things they don't feel good about. Or this won't happen. This won't happen. And the owners are going to have to agree to some things that they're not entirely comfortable with either. Seems to me like they already are, allowing these two to still be involved. It's wild how this tells you right here about the media. These two being involved in these negotiations, I don't know that it's been called out by a single media outlet. Not a single one. And if it was any other league across sports, do you know how big of a deal they have made about Tom Brady being a minority owner of the Raiders and a Fox Sports broadcaster? Do you know how big of a deal that's been? It's been a huge deal. I mean, and it's crazy. You got people intermingling in the media here, and nobody brings up anything that's brought up in other actual organized sports leagues where responsibility is a thing. It's baffling to me. Like, this should have long since been an issue that was handled. Those two out of their places, make one of the VPs Caitlin Clark. Oh, but Rhodes, oh my God. Okay, if you think Paige Beckers or Angel Reese is one of the, then put one of those two in there too. But whatever. Then you might actually get something done if Caitlin Clark's involved. Because this is the problem. If there is a lockout or a strike, these two that are talking stand to benefit from it directly, and their league to benefit from it directly. Media are too cowards to even bring it up. And it sounds to me like they're pretty much done with Kathy Engelbert. You got Breanna Stewart just saying, yeah, let's just bring in Adam Silver here. Which, guys, I've told you Adam Silver's the guy anyway. Why do you think I put him in a lot of these thumbnails and not Kathy? Oh. Tell me what you think. Hit subscribe. Thanks for subscribing already. Thanks for watching. Peace. I'm out. Till next.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.